Hey, today we're gonna be doing something awesome. I was checking out um, streams earlier today while I was chilling at work, and I stumbled upon this one stream where they were checking out this new tabletop RPG that's in work right now. It's called the World of Aia, and I mean, we're just gonna check it out because it looked freaking amazing. Then after that, we're gonna be doing some mini painting because I gotta paint the rest of the guys. I told them that I would do that before the end of the week, so Friday we can have painted minis for the campaign. So let's check this out. So the World of Aia, high fantasy multiverse where stories and quests wait for you. Aya's Inn. Travel across the realities and time by playing Aya's Inn, the tabletop roleplay game. So I'm guessing this is like a transplaner. And the cool thing about this is like I actually met the creator of this earlier today, and everybody that was on the stream was like super stoked about this. And I guess she's been working really hard. He or she's been working really hard. I'm not really sure if it's a he or she. So sorry if I didn't know. We were planning to expand our creative and diversity project, including streaming and recording official campaigns. Cool, I can do that. Making art, books, and merch. Pretty awesome. Podcast stories with voice acting, graphic novels, animation, video games, and much more. I like that. Squarespace, links. I'll check out the links at the end. So let's, I guess we'll go one at a time. So we're gonna go left to right, I guess. Left to right, down. Okay, so let's go to the tabletop RPG section. So let's see. That's pretty cool. Alright. Must know. Let me check. We're gonna keep reading all this stuff, so it's gonna be awesome. System of oppression do not exist. So I'm guessing, like in 5e, drows, underdark, slavery, stuff like that. This includes patriarchy, colonization, yep, supremacy, yep, oligarchy, capitalism, etc. Titles and elements can still exist, but the oppressive system cannot. Be creative with your stories outside of the horrible systems. There are fantastical worlds after all. Racism, ableism, fatphobia, sexism, transphobia, queerphobia, and hate or discrimination of any kind. So, none. Not welcome and do not exist. So this is pretty much like a happy-go-lucky place. Pedophilia, abuse, rape, and incest do not exist. Obviously, that's a given to anything in the world. Your character story is yours, but these are not allowed while playing. Okay, so let's check out the core values here. Okay, the guiding values and principles of the Dashin and all created big and small within the world of Aya. So, consent and bodily autonomy. No one can purposely touch another body with the body of anything else with specific permission given all parties involved. Okay, the universe and nature do not allow it and prevent it from happening because Anaya is the deity of vessels and the creator of all bodies. It has deemed for the very start by Izatai, that no one should ever have to experience violation of their sacred vessels. Intervention is rarely needed because all are taught active and specific consent from birth and is to given the core values of Aya. This goes for all types of consent. Consent from forms of discussion must be ridiculous before a game. Okay, so you say, alright, so touching is allowed, fighting is allowed, sex only with consent, etc., etc., etc. Possibly, maybe sex is not even allowed. Balance and harmony with nature. Nature and all creatures work in a symbiotic, evenly balanced way. If not balanced, nature will begin to die. Let's see. Respect and passion for all creatures, obviously. I mean, in D&D though, some races definitely do not. They definitely don't do that. Like Dragonborns, they're racist. Everybody hates the Drow. Tieflings are the ugliest race in D&D. It's just different things. So respect and compassion for all creatures. Yep, that would not fly in D&D. AI do not eat each other. AI do not eat or kill each other. Oof, that would not fly in D&D. Hunting involves dangerous Nyack vegetation. So, okay, we have vegetation that can be hunted. So we have, I guess like smart vegetation. Myconids, it's a race of mushroom people. They're made of mushrooms, so you can eat them. Can be carnivores, even if carnivores not sentient or linguistic. Yeah, they're definitely sentient. They don't have language. They speak through the mind. So they have like a what is it called? What's the word I'm looking for? Man, I can't think of it. I'll come up with it in a little bit. All AI are vegetation, elemental, IEMI, or Kefi, IEMI fueled, while Naika, no, how do you say that? Nyack, sorry, can feed on a variety of substances, including creatures, light, darkness, Kefi, or crystals. Okay, so as long as the creatures aren't sentient, though, right? Because that's what you set up here. Nyack, yep, Nyack and Nyack keep each other in check and in their ecosystems. Nature provides food, water, shelter, and all needs of creatures. So this is pretty much like a perfect, like a biome of some sort. However, Nyack decides to identify as it's to be replaced and honored as long as they are not causing intentional harm to others. Okay. Though there are no genders or sex within the world of Aia, all players and identities are to be respected. So there's no sex, however, we're going to make up our own identities, I guess. As a non-binary gender, non-conforming person myself, it is extremely important that identity is respected. Okay, cool. So yeah, so in the world of D&D, a lot of people don't know this, but there's actually no given gender as well. Like, everything goes in D&D. It's just D&D is a little bit more unforgiving, I guess, when it comes to crazy stuff. And depending on the places you go to, so there are going to be places you go to that anything goes, and it's totally mature and 18 plus, and there's going to be triggers and stuff like that. So it just depends on when you want to play and how you're going to play it. Honor the individual and their guidelines or uniqueness as they are, and work with your community to support, care, respect, and work together to create an amazing life. Okay. Let me switch over to just the full screen of this. Oh, no worries. I can definitely see that stuff needs to be tweaked. But it's not like I'm just bashing on it or anything like that. Don't think that. It's just I'm comparing it to D&D. So if I say, oh, this is like this and this is like that, it's because I legitimately only play D&D, and I've been playing D&D for about 12, going on 12 years now. So it's definitely and it's not just the only thing I've played. I've played other fantasy stuff. Okay, so that's pretty cool. So she said that the world does not reproduce by sex. So there's how do they reproduce? Like they're made. They're like oh yeah, no worries. I'll definitely like really look into this. Let me make this bigger so we can just get a full screen of it and stuff like that. Let me add the screen capture here. Yeah, let's transition here. Boom. There we go. All right, let's continue. Always be aware that the needs of your party and get consent up front, as well as though throughout the game. Man, I cannot read. I just got off of work, so if I'm sloppy right now, just because I'm barely getting into it. Everyone has their own stories and experiences that deserve to be respected. Indeed, I appreciate this one right here, because I've had games to where people don't respect each other, and it's really aggravating because people don't want to play with other people. You know, it's not fun if you don't have how do I say this? If you don't have respect for each other during the game and work as a team and like just be in it to have a great time, then it definitely puts a damper on D&D and tabletop RPG in general. So as if you obviously you've known since you're making your own RPG right now that there are definitely some NSFW and some crazy stuff that can definitely have, oh yeah, right here, identity triggers and needs to be honored with the utmost respect and compassion. Indeed. All right, let's go back one. So it's been a long day of battling the oppressive system here on Earth. 1313. Oh, it's an Earth. Okay, so it's a different Earth. You've just gotten home and set down your belongings. You've just gotten home and have sat down your belongings. Around you, the evening begins to settle in, and then a voice calls. Do you crave freedom? You look around, but see no people speaking. Were you imagining it? Do you seek justice? The voice asks again. In front of you, a 10-foot tall wooden door appears. It bends the space around it to fit. Okay. Rainbow lights shimmer through the crack. The lights shift and the Aurora Borealis into the Aurora Borealis and begin to wrap around you. So this one, I would have described it differently, but it's okay. Especially this sentence where it says it bends the space around it to fit. I would have just, it bends the space around it in a rainbow light shimmer through the cracks. The lights shift into the Aurora Borealis and, you know, blah, 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 blah. But turn the key to find freedom and justice, the voice says into your ear. You turn to the voice, but no one is there. Suddenly, an intricate labradite, nice. I really like labradite. Labradite is one of my favorite gems, or minerals, I mean. An intricate labradite key appears floating in front of the door. The rainbow colors behind the door seeps through and create an outline of a keyhole. Do you take the key? Question mark. Your body begins to buzz, filling with an energy you've never felt before. Okay, so I'm guessing that you're about to be transported to Aia. And then you're like old. Is this would be like this like old colonial or like well, it's like 1313 would be like medieval, right? So this is a medieval fantasy campaign type of thing. Hopefully, maybe. Let's see. Think motherly voice. Oh, I'm sorry. I just okay. You want to hear my motherly voice? I'll try it, but you're not gonna like it. Let's see. Let's see. Let me try that one more time. Let's see if I can get a good one. Here we go. Do you crave freedom? You look around, but see no one speaking. Were you imagining it? Do you seek justice? The voice asks again. Turn the key to find freedom and justice. The voice says into your ear. You turn the key, or you turn to the voice, but no one is there. That's the best I can do for the motherly voice, because as you can see, my voice is not the most feminine. So all right, so anyway, so I'm guessing that we're gonna be transported right after this. We're gonna have to take the key. I'm gonna be taken somewhere else, right? So with the key in your hand, you step closer to the door and insert it into the keyhole filled with the rainbow lights. As you turn the key, or as you turn it, the key shatters into stardust and the door opens with a creak. The smell of a fireplace mixed with unknown, yet homey scent envelops you. The sound of a flute playing wraps around you, pulling you inside. You blink, trying to gain your sight back as you're bombarded with colors everywhere you look. A rainbow waterfall and river flow silently in front of you. They lead the way to a desk. It leads the way, or they lead the way? Someone is leading you right now? They lead the way to a desk where an ethereal being sits next to a single foot tall stained glass dragon with 13 tails and 8 wings. So is this supposed to be like a... Okay, so the river, it leads you. The river leads you. What am I even... Oh, welcome. We're viewing the world of the worlds of Aia, because it's multiple. This is another RPG game that I happen to stumble upon. Ooh, a mini dragon. Um, this game is like, it's in the making right now. The person that you're speaking with, the World of Aia, that's the creator right now, and we're reviewing it right now to see how it's gonna go. I saw the artwork for it, and I was like, wow, I gotta play some of this stuff because it's amazing. Let me continue, and then if you want to just follow along, I'll come back with the questions and stuff in a sec, if that's okay. Okay, so it leads the way to a desk where an ethereal being sits next to a foot tall stained glass dragon with 13 tails and 8 wings. A plethora of dragony, like this. This is the mini dragon, little guy. Oh, you can't even see it because I turned off my camera. On the desk rests a giant book and a treasure chest full of keys made from all kinds of material: shells, flowers, crystals, mushrooms, etc. Metal, etc. The ethereal being looks up at you and smiles. Welcome home, beloved soul. Wait, is this a motherly soul? Is this a motherly soul? Or the motherly voice? Welcome to the inn. I am... Oh, yep, it is. I am Aya. I have called you here to give you freedom. Have you come seeking freedom, justice, or both? Okay, cool. So, right off the bat, you're going into the mechanics. The mechanics and information needed to play Aya's Inn will always be free on this website. Sweet. Set of dice, D4, D6, D8. Okay, so pretty much regular RPG dice. These usually cost under 10 bucks. Yep. Aya is working on having these sheets available on gaming website for online play. But can we use standard array character sheets? Or are you like making specific character sheets? Okay, so standard array. Okay, so I'm gonna probably roll a character here soon while doing this, and then we'll see. So the standard 5th edition character sheet, it's like universal, and it doesn't have to be from D&D, but there's many out there. It's just the same setup. You know, your stats on the left, and then, you know, your character information, your race, etc., 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 etc. So let's see. In Tools website. Our webpage provides all the information you need to play, both for key keepers. Key keepers is that the DM, and personas. Game masters are called just keep reading, huh? For an extended information, useful key keepers, click here. Okay, I'm gonna open that in a new tab, and then we're gonna continue. Personas are playable characters. Yes. Your imagination. The most essential part of the game, Aya's Inn, is all about creativity and role playing. Oh hell yeah, I love role playing. Dice set online. Yes. You've already mentioned this one, so I think I wouldn't need, you know, to put it in there twice. Quest rules. Cool. Oh, okay. Write your wishes in the book and receive a custom key to travel to any world at any time. Aya's book is not a contract, and Aya desires nothing in return. Your path is your own experience. Or your path is your own to create. I just said experience because it just rolled off my tongue. Players create personas to go on quests with key keepers as their guide. The quests are designed by the key keeper, with their players using a goal and tasks with rewards. A goal and the main reason for the quest tasks are specific roleplay based occurrences with a check needed to move the story forward. Okay, so I'm gonna skip to the. I'm gonna go skip straight into the persona ability. I saw this, so. Okay, so it goes directly into... So the rewards are ability points, check ability. Ability points create growth of mastery levels for our persona abilities. Growth in a mastery level means growth in HP. Okay. So kind of like Fable, where when you level up, you gain more health. What? Van, can you make text bigger? Bigger? You mean bigger? Yeah, one sec. A little bit more? Alright, so checks are used to determine success during roleplay. Okay, that's typical for TTRPGs. Checks these abilities assist personas in traveling by equipping them with skills to survive and thrive in any world. Okay. Botany, cooking, herbalism, connection, knowledge, sensing, movement, starsmith, perseverance, soul resistance, and Amaya. Aimai? Okay. That's a hard one. Well, that's A. So that's Aimai. Personas have mastery levels for each ability. Movement and Man. They're used for combat. Abilities can be used for non-combat. Mastery level determines the amount of damage in combat. Mastery levels have specific dice for each level to roll for damage. Personas have 3 challenges within the quest: ability checks, hunting and foraging, and soul thieves. To succeed in a check, use this comparison. So roll 20 versus d12. So I rolled 2 dice, so I'm going to roll a d20 at level 1 and a d12 at level 1. So let's just do that right now. Let me grab a die. Okay, let's see. 20 and a d12. So I got a 5, 6 with my d20, and a 1, so 2. So I'm guessing my ability outbeat the level of whatever that was. The higher number succeeds. Ties go to a persona as a success. So the player gets the tie. If you get a 13, lucky 13, right? Instant success. Whoever wins gets to roll damage dice. Damage dice based on a mastery level and ability as persona. So the initiative check. This is pretty much initiative right here. Mastery level of ability used for persona. Damage die based on level for opponent. Level number for opponent. When attack happens, whoever is being attacked will always have a chance to defend. This is why both dice are rolled at the same time. Okay. HP, known as Mayak, pronounced Mayak, starts at 13 and adds +3 for each mastery leveling up for abilities. Damage is subtracted from Mayak when hurt. Okay, yeah. This means leveling up could save a persona's life. Cool. There is no order or limit to combat unless set by a key keeper at the beginning of the game, or a d20 is used to determine. Okay. Combinations with other players is encouraged, but a calculator might be needed. Add the helping a player's ability number to the main player's d20 plus number. I'm guessing d player's number level. This is a great way to keep an extra strong or high level task. Yes, it is. It's a level thing. Example in this roleplay: Aia and Diestri are working to take down a carnivorous plant to be used for medicines. Okay, they combine heat and air, IMI, to attack using a flame tunnel. Cool. So Diestri's IMI level plus Aya's IMI level plus d20 versus the plant level plus a d12. Man, that sounds, this is a little like player heavy. Like in D&D we make it even. So I mean, there are going to be there's going to be, obviously there's going to be monsters that are a little bit higher level than you know, your players, but this seems like it's on the odds of the player here. Personas. Okay, personas. What's it? Dang, personas. Now that roleplay decisions are understood, let's learn about persona creation. Okay? Important note. This game is not about being the best or highest level. It is about character development and roleplay with growth intertwined. That's a good note. You should probably put this note at the beginning, like right here before we start. Somewhere up here. That way people are like, okay, cool. Remember, when creating your persona, focus on the personality and desires of the persona and how it reflects in their abilities. Think about their story and how it would shape their ability levels. Cool. Personas are created through 5 choices: life paths, AMI, mastery level, families, and companions. Ooh, companions! I love companions. Actually, Woke has a little, it's heavily luck based though, because when I test it, fails happen often too. Oh yeah. Are you doing like a, are you doing like a a failure if anything happens when you fail? I'm obviously guessing not, because you're trying to get the player and the storyline happening here. So I'm guessing that's probably not gonna be a how do I call it? Not like really a punishment, but like a action that happens when you roll on that one or something like that. Life paths are chosen to create desires their persona wishes to follow throughout life, choosing up to 3 paths, each giving a special ability, and ability boosts the persona. The options are creation, wellness, craft, justice, show, balance, knowledge, records, strings, botany, creatures, souls, oaths, and portals. So I can create a character that can open portals? What? Life paths determine mastery levels abilities by giving boosts of specific abilities. Mastery levels can also be chosen during creation according to a chosen path's special abilities. Okay, cool. In addition, each persona is granted IMI. Oh, my bad. Amy. AMI? No. AMI. AMI. Okay. AMI is elemental and celestial magic created by AI for all the... Or Aya, I said AI because I only saw that. Aya for all their creations to have option to wield. The elements of nature, rock, air, heat, water, and 3 celestial types. Ooh. I wonder what the third... So, because I can think of like the light, dark... What's the third? To use AMI, or AMI, an ability check must occur. Personas can have as little or as many of the AMI types they choose, since use is many of the AMI types they choose, since use is roleplay based. Since the use of is roleplay based and not spell based. AMI can be wielded through imagination, movement, objects, words, or designs. The types can also be combined into roleplay. Unique combinations or uses can earn bonuses for rolls. Okay. Personas are never human. Oh. You can't be a human. What happens with the guy? No dark, yes. No, I mean, no light, yes, dark. Time? It's the time celestials? Creation celestials? They are always fantastic. They can have human-esque features, except ears are always fantasy or non-existent. So fairy. So fairy or non-existent. They are inspired by crystals, elements, mushrooms, dragons, plants, or animals. Okay, so anything. So the ears can be anything. Choosing a persona's family is how you decide what you want them to look like, as well as inherent skills you want to... You know what would be really cool? If you had a persona generator where you took 2 families, and then you took, you know, the characteristics from one family, and you had the other family, and then you combine them, and then that would be your persona. That would be really cool, because that way you can have a background of 2 families and create like a whole entire storyline. That's what we do in D&D. Like, well, not everybody does that. That's what I do in D&D when I create character backgrounds and stuff like that. I use 2 families and then I put them together. Families release your creativity. Creating the inherent skills based on a chosen families release your creativity. Yeah, see, that would definitely tie in. So you could do like a auto generator. Oh, you can do that? Up to 4 types? Oh man. See, that's pretty cool. Read families to learn more. Oof, right there. Boom. Keep reading. Lastly, companions can be chosen by persona. These companions are also similar to familiars. You can choose your own familiar. It'd be really cool if it was like you gotta roll for it. Service animals are fur babies, not pets. Fur babies? Not pets? So like you grow this fur baby into your service animal. They are treated with the utmost respect and care. An oath is created between the companion and persona promising to support in 3 abilities. Add plus 13 to chosen abilities as a bonus when companion and persona work together in roleplay. Damn! Plus 13? Personas may have up to 3 companions max. Damn! That's... what's... 39? No. Yeah, 39. From here, you are free to add twists and backgrounds to your own persona based on your choices. Soul Thieves. Alright, let's read about Soul Thieves. When time began again, Aya, the spark of life, shattered into infinite pieces. The pieces created... Oh, that's a cool fucking... In my mind, that was a cool little thing. Shattered into infinite pieces. Their pieces created a new life and it flourished, at least until the power of souls was taught. Once living beings and creatures understood the power of souls, they began to steal and become monsters to the corruption of consuming souls. Oh, that's so sick. I want to be one of those guys. They also begin creating puppets to control and build their violent power. Soul thieves can be found across all realities and time. They are causing destruction and harm to all life. Soul thieves come. Can you do four? Can you do up to 4 types? But do that for 4 characters. They breed those families, so they could technically up to 16 families. So like that would be like realistic. Like if you have 4 types, because that's like mom and dad from both mom and dad side of the family. And then you take those abilities and then you pass them down, and then you do a roll, and then you pass them down, and then you would do a roll for your own guy, right? Damage to soul thieves get them to drop the souls they have consumed. Ooh, is there a reward for souls? Puppets will turn to stardust when depleted, and monsters will become unconscious. You should say, oh, stardust would be really cool. Is stardust valuable? Because that would be really cool. Yeah, family tree action. Unconscious and need to have their soul restored or be contained in a creation mode using Starsmith ability. Starsmith. So yeah, I'm guessing stardust is valuable. Monsters. There are normal beings, and these are normal beings and creatures who have had their souls stolen or have discovered the power of stealing souls. So if you died, you become a monster. That'd be cool if you're like, oh, but you know what? That's D&D right there. Monsters have their own souls, and before corruption, they have life paths, relationships, families, and love. Once they are corrupted, they become imbalanced and can become a rampaging and violent being, or dissociate and no longer communicate. So, okay. Examples of monsters. The psychic vampire. A being who feeds on blood has had their soul stolen. So instead of making sure their feedings are consensual, they have been unable to control their thirst and are going wildly to the city. So player interactions are strict, but the monsters are the ones that are not. Because I can see that he has free range to just go do whatever he wants if it's not consensual. Puppets. Puppets are not living, do not feel pain, and do not have individuality. They have a drive to consume souls and nothing else. They are made of stardust and already stolen souls. Souls can be returned to their rightful bodies to Aia, or at the end as part of roleplay. Future uses to be created. So, yeah, that'd be really cool. Example of puppets. Golden Knights. A group of 8 armored knights armed with swords and shields. Nice. Puff Puff. So I would definitely not make this unless these are going to be like bad guys, because the Golden Knights to me sound like dope ass, stuff. Like I want to be a Golden Knight. Puff Puff. A giant cloud of golden dust that creates tornadoes and tentacles that scratch souls and creatures, holding them captive inside the cloud. This puppet is especially difficult to defeat because Amy, has been to be used. Keep reading, fool! Sorry. A giant cloud of golden dust that creates tornadoes and tentacles that scratch souls and creatures. That's Snatch. Dude, I can't read right now. Holding them captive inside the cloud. This puppet is especially difficult to defeat because Amy has to be used in a way that it doesn't harm the creature inside of the cloud. Skillful thinking. Hunting and foraging. Hunting and foraging does not work the same as on Earth, 1313. Only plants, mushrooms, and crystals are hunted and foraged. Gold equals bad. Okay. Let's see. Hunting. So it's like, is it because gold is monetary and then monetary is bad? Well, it depends on the universe, I guess. Plants can be extremely dangerous and carnivorous. Some might even mimic the other creatures to lure their prey, similar to on Earth 1313. Many plants use mushrooms. There's a lore reason. Okay, we'll get to that. Many plants use mushrooms and crystals as disguises. Plants can also be easy to forage or grown inside their homes. They all come in a wide variety of sizes, shapes, and colors. Crystals are always protective or uplifting in their uses. Mushrooms can be healing, sustenance, or poison. If poison, it is usually because a certain creature or being uses the poison as a sustenance. Most plants, mushrooms, and crystals require knowledge, botany, and herbalism to forage. If hunting, movement, sensing, and IMI will also be used. Levels and how they are used is up to the key keeper and roleplay. Okay, so I think that you should make like a standard array for this. Just so like there's a keeping it. I mean, I guess that's fine, but I would like have like a standard just so everybody. Have you not seen the Leprechaun movies? Just so like there's like an example, because it could be different on every gameplay, but if you have like a baseline and everybody can just, you know, make their own thing out of it, that would be cool. Example, hunt Gaia or hunt giant blue Venus flytrap looking plant with black spikes, and Venus flytrap looking plant with black spikes and poisonous ooze, but inside is a sumptuous purple meat that tastes like Earth's 3030 salmon. Earth's tastes like Earth 1313's salmon. Different varieties grow in different areas, and some have a hint of lemon or soy sauce. Yummy. Some grow underwater while others grow in icy mountains. So we're pretty much hunting for sushi when we're hunting for the giant blue Venus flytrap. They feed on what their environment provides. They are carnivorous. Become a guest. Guests are monthly subscribers here at Aya's Inn. They give a monthly financial amount to support our amazing innkeepers for their creative work. This helps with current and future projects as well. Please help us grow and be part of the action and lore in becoming a guest at Aya's Inn. There are 4 pricing options available. Okay, so you have this on I'm guessing you have this on a Patreon or a GoFundMe or something, right? Soul Protectors receive all the above plus a video bundle each month based on information about the Worlds of Aia 1313 or 1813 per month. Soul Protectors have access to full library of videos and podcasts we publish on stream here on the website. The Protector giveaway will be $50 plus each month. As we grow, the value number given away will rise. Well, floor members, the first to join will also receive exclusive ability to audition to be a character in one of our Key Keepers games. The Innkeepers are phenomenal creatives and storytellers who will be creating stories inspired by Aya and guests. Sweet. Alright, so let's go to persona creation. Take a visual tour. Oh, hold on. Oh man. Alright. Let me go first by the abilities. Abilities are essential to surviving travel across time and realities. They are your way of trekking the wildest of environments and the strangest of worlds. Abilities are important by completing tasks. Leveling up abilities depends on a success. Leveling up your abilities depends on a success. Botany. Study of nature, plants, mushrooms, crystals, mine minerals, and rocks. Includes gardening, aquaponics, it's aquaponics? Yeah, it's aquaponics. I don't know why I say aquaponics, but that's not right. Foraging and any kind of nature-related information and use. Does not include medicinal and spiritual properties. Those are all herbalism. The ability is based on the knowledge known. Putting these items to use is a cooking herbalism ability. Okay, cooking. The ability to take ingredients and add heat, acid, salt, or fat and turn them into sustenance. Teas, meals, snacks, smoothies, and other smoothies are all made up using cooking skills. Baking, preservation, and all types of food preparation will include while cooking. Herbalism. The study of medicinal and spiritual attributes of nature and minerals. Whether it's witchcraft, medicine, spell jars, potions, or other uses, herbalism is anything that uses the medicinal and spiritual attributes of nature to help others in some way. The ability is focused on knowledge of, identification of, and preparation of medical and spiritual creations, Connection. The ability to connect with others, spark friendship, romance, or become companions with a creature you meet on your quest. There's romance in here, huh? Okay. So this is going to be 18. Wait, go back. Refresh the page, then go back to that section. Which one? Refresh the page. Persona creation? Which section am I looking for? Okay, we're gonna continue. Connection. The ability to connect with others, spark friendship, romance, and become companions with a creature you meet on your quest. This can also be used to charm, seduce, or intimidate others. However, I don't think you can do that, right? Because that's not allowed. Connection is also used when communicating with beings and creatures outside of those who are sentient and linguistic. Communication and trust with animal-like creatures. Or ethereal beings in any interpretation. Hold on, my computer is having issues. I've been updated in my area, but it hasn't saved yet. Okay. The ability to learn, retain, and share knowledge and history. Knowledge. Sensing. The ability to sense and interpret what is happening around you. This can be sensing of knowledge, clues, sounds, or anything else with the area. This area does not include sensing IMI. Okay. Movement. The ability to move in a way beyond the day-to-day functioning includes stealth, strength, speed, climbing, jumping, etc. If your persona attacks with their body or a weapon, it is the ability needed to succeed in any physical action or attack relies on movement ability. Starsmith. The ability to mold items and stardust into tangible items of Smith's choice. An example of this would be using stardust to mold a shield to defend yourself or team against an attack. See, that's pretty cool. I would figured the stardust was going to be valuable. Or using stardust to create a cage to contain a monster while it's restored. At this time, items created are roleplay based only. Aww. Perseverance. The ability to survive through a difficult situation or climate, large wounds, low Mayak? Yeah, Mayak. Or maybe struggling psychologically are all required perseverance checks. Soul resistance. The ability to resist consuming souls for power. I think that should be like a daily thing if you're out in the wild. Whenever souls are dropped, the people around them need to roll a soul resistance dice based on their mastery level. Souls are very tempting because they contain power that no mortal should ever be near. Ooh, okay. So you can be like, you can turn into a monster if you roll pretty low, right? The spark of life should never be near. The spark of life the spark of life. Souls are very tempting because they contain power that no mortal should ever be near. The spark of life. They can be used for great destruction, but Aia wants to return all of the lost souls to peace in Aya's heart. Aya's heart is where all souls come from. This leveling also determines your ability to restore souls to monsters. Okay. So you can like be a necromancer and bring back monsters. Ooh. Amai. The ability to wield any of the elemental or celestial magics that Aya has created if persona needs to use Amai in any way. You must complete the Amai check. This will determine if it is successful or not. The Amai can be used to combat a non-combat situation. This is also the ability to sense and understand any type of magic around the persona, on items or within something. So this is pretty much your investigation / perception checks. Persona using Amai to heal rolls a d20. Yep, there it is. Or characters being healed rolls. That was a text, sorry. If one needing healing rolls or higher, the healing fails. If persona using Amai is higher than 13, they then roll a damage dice and use results of Maya given to hurt character. You gotta roll a d20, and then after that, so pretty much is the damage all like set, or can you level up your damage as you go? Mastery levels. Each ability has its own mastery level. The level depends on how many ability points they have for a specific ability. The chart below gives the number of ability points at each mastery level, as well as description in which the die to use inflicting damage. Let's go look. Okay. Table is here. So this is it? Or is there an actual table? Okay, we'll come back. Oh, I went too far. Too far. Mastery level, there it is. Personas usually level up through play, but if a persona decided to play a demi-celestial or egregore, they would need to add the corresponding numbers of points to the ability to get it to that level. Examples of this would be children of gods in any form would be demi-celestials and have been born with immersibility in certain areas. Health points, also known as Mayak, Start on at 13 when all levels are novice. As levels rank up, starting with apprentice adds 13 Mayank as soon as levels up happen. If a persona wants to start a quest with certain ability levels, then they would add +3 amount of the wanted level to their numbers. So you can just add the +3 without leveling up. Or it's just you can do it to certain abilities if you've leveled up, so you can do it to any ability. Egreg. Alright. Do play close attention to abilities needed for personas life paths. So key. Level name. Description of level. Persona ability level. Damage dice per success combat. Novice. Beginner. To how anything works. 0 through 8. D4. Is that your modifier? Apprentice. Knows the basics but needs a mentor to guide them. 9 through 16. D6 modifier. Yeah, that's a modifier. Competent. Able to figure out most things on their own, but still get their flow. 17 through 24. And D10 modifier. Experience. Years of practice and fluidity makes or needs to go out to be discovered. Needs to go out to discover. 25 to 32. D12 modifier. Expert. Years of experiential learning in different environments. Years of experienced learning in different environments. Experiential. Is that a thing? When you level up, you get +3 to your HP. The key is above. Let's go to the key. Yeah, that's the key right there. Is it a link? It is not a link. Okay. Mastery. Dang, mastery has enough knowledge and experience to effectively guide and teach. 49 through 61, and it's a D8 plus D20. That's dope. Imagine being level 99 and getting one tap. Sorry. Probably only Aya can do that. For those who have been gifted powers by a deity or a child of a deity. 62 to 78, D10 plus D20. A celestial being created by the collective wishes of living creatures and beings. They are powered by their devotees. 79 through 113, D20 plus D20? Imagine that. Getting crit, double crit, 40 damage. Life paths. Once you receive your key from Aya, your first task is to choose a life path. It is Persona's chosen path through every persona has one. A Persona's path. Can I get the key? Let me see. All the way in the top. Is this the core values? No. Take the key. Soul gas, soul protectors. Maybe it's in one of these. Oh, God. That was bright in my eye. Okay, we'll go scroll down. It tells you which one it is. The name, the ability points, damage dice. By the way, if anybody wants to go check it out, it's theworldsofaia.com. And you can just skip through all this that I'm doing right now. Life paths. Oh, clicked it. Keeper of creation. For anyone who loves to create art in any way, writers, painters, sculptors, musicians, if you love to create, this path is for you. So these are this is pretty much your class right here. Keepers of creation is going to be your class. So these are your modifiers. So if you're going to be a keeper, you're going to start with 13 plus 3 starsmith plus 2 knowledge and plus 1 sensing. Am I right? Key. I don't see anything. I keep clicking, but it doesn't say anything. Is there like a link somewhere? Okay, so this is it right here. Guessing it's all of that. Yep, so level name, description, persona, ability numbers, and then damage size. So let's go to where we were at. So we're going to be level, we're going to be novice, and then keeper of creation. Right, so read what's under it. Yeah. Description of a level, persona's ability numbers per level, damage dice per success in combat. I'm just trying to like put it together like how I would create a character in D&D. All right, so we were going with life path. So I'm gonna be a level 1 keeper of creation, right? Woke, you want to be a keeper of creation? For anyone who loves to create art in any way, writers, painters, sculptors, musicians, playwrights, if you love to create, this would be the path for you. So level 1 gets you +3 Starsmith, +2 knowledge, and +2 sensing. Keeper of wellness, who wants to be a doctor, right? For anyone who wishes to help others and heal the world through nature and care, whether you love to practice medicine, witchcraft, heal wounds, or restore monsters to balance, this is the path for you. You get +2 herbalism, +2 botany, and +1 connection at level 1. Keeper of craft, for anyone who loves to craft and build things. Well, is it level 0? Do you start at level 0 or level 1? For anyone who loves to craft and build things they design, whether you want to build mushroom homes or items like weapons, gear, this is the path for you. So you're keeper of craft. +3 Starsmith, blah, 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 +2 movement, +1 perseverance. Keeper of justice. For anyone who desires justice for others and to protect from further harm, whether you want to be a good bodyguard or be a, I don't want to say good, but a bodyguard or work with people as a mediator, this is the path for you. Almost always trained in martial arts or dance. Ooh. What if it's dancing martial arts? +3 movement, +2 sensing, +1 connection. Keeper of show. For anyone who incites emotions in others through performance, whenever or whether you are a singer, actor, dancer, or performer of any kind, this is the path for you. +3 connection, +2 sensing, +1 movement. Keeper of balance. Similar to a protector, a keeper of balance will fight to protect others. Unlike protectors, keepers of balance aim to restore monsters to their true selves and save the souls that have been stolen. This is kind of like a paladin. Their focus is destroying all puppets and restoring all monsters. They are almost always trained in defense, martial arts, or dance. Ooh, look at that. +6, bro. That's the highest stat I've seen so far. +3 Starsmith, +2 sensing, and +1 perseverance. Dang, so that's the one you want to be. Spoiler alert, keeper of balance. Keeper of knowledge. For anyone who wishes to teach and share knowledge with others, whether you want to be a mentor, teacher, or a librarian, this is the path for you. If you're a big lover of learning, this is also the path for you. +3 knowledge, +2 connection, +1 sensing. Keeper of records. For anyone who loves to write history or has experienced it, keep track of changes in overtime. Keep track of the changes over time. Historians, journalists, and anthropologists. Yeah, that's what this would be, me right here. Keeper of records. Take this path. Many mortals take this path as a way to entertain themselves since they live long. Yeah, there's definitely a favorite. Well, I mean, I think the game is supposed to be like keeping the balance, right? So the whole entire purpose of it is to keep a perfect world perfect. +3 knowledge, +2 perseverance, and +1 cooking, because you definitely get hungry when you're reading history. If you have extra flavor. Keeping of strings. The keeper of strings can see and follow strings of fate between beings. Oh, dude, this is like a mystic. They're very good at innuting or reuniting. So this is gonna be. They're very good at uniting. I don't know what the fuck I said. Uniting. I don't know what the fuck. Uniting or Sorry. Those who are meant to be in each other's lives. +3 soul resistance. Okay, there's another one. +3 connection, +2 movement, and +2 sensing. So, alright. Keeper of strings and keeper of balance. Keeper of botany. Keepers of botany have desire to learn about plants, mushrooms, crystals, and other parts of nature. They are often witches and practitioners who use plus can a safe world safe would be a better description. Okay, so the point of the game is to keep a safe world safer. or a safe world, ultimately safe. Keeper of creatures. A keeper of creatures specializes in the knowledge of care in creatures of all kinds, similar to veterinarians, rescuers, and protectors of wildlife and domesticated animals. Depending on the other paths picked, a keeper creates or creature. A keeper of creatures could journey multiple ways. +3 connection, +3 knowledge, +1 sensing, and +1 cooking. That's another one. Keeper of creatures. I could see that. Yeah, you definitely spiced up some different ones, huh? Keeper of Souls. A keeper of Souls is one who becomes Aya's devotee. Their primary goal is to bring as many souls back to Aya for freedom. Imagine if it... Okay, I'm not even going to go there. They often desire to return souls to the monsters they were taken from as well. Plus... Oh my god! +13 soul resistance. +3 sensing. +2 knowledge. And +1 cooking. So, like, this is the big... Right there. The +13... It's like, be this guy because, you know, this keeps the game going right here. Keeper of Oaths. I love oaths. A keeper of oaths works with others to create and make promises, contracts, and to come to agreements. Their promises can be romantic quests, quest packs, and chosen family, or any type of agreement. I don't know how I feel about that one. Keeper of Portals. Keeper of Portals is granted the ability to travel across realities and time without having to travel through Ayas in each time. So this is a planar jumper, a plane jumper. They have a special key and mission that requires them to travel across multiple planes. +3 connection, +2 sensing, +2 knowledge. I would make this guy pretty OP as well, because I mean he's one of those. Your path is yours to choose. +3, +2, +1 to abilities of choice. Okay, so you can do your own, but you just can't do the OP ones. +13, yo. Whoop. Yeah, they automatically go to apprentices at levels with +13. Okay. Special abilities coming soon. IMI is being updated. IMI pronounced A. Oh, my bad. I keep saying Ia, but it's Amai. Amai is magic gifted by Aya. The magic is special because it includes elemental and celestial magics. Magic will be referred to as IMI. Man. I keep saying it the way I want to say it, but it's Amai. From now on, use is based on imagination. Success is based on ability checks. Key keepers can grant advantage to unique entertainment use. So key keepers can give pretty much what it's called a inspiration point. Yeah, but I say aeons instead of eons. You know what I'm saying? I say aeons. That's why I say it the way I'm saying it. The types of... Updated special abilities. Alright, let me refresh. Oh, God. Special abilities. Choose one. Starthmith's special ability can write or point a story to life or create items through art, creating illusion that seems real for a period of 10 minutes. Illusionist. Okay. Can think of an idea in their mind. Okay. Whoa. This is the same guy? So this is all still the Starsmith? Okay. So they can think of an idea in their mind and bring it to life using stardust, nature, and the elements. Ooh, so this guy can turn bad and start creating monsters. You can create a barrier using Amai, stardust to protect team, victim, self, or even containing a monster. Botany specialist ability. Can heal the tiniest of cuts to the most grave of wounds using touch, singing, an element, or dance. Amount of... Imagine, like, I'm dying! Like, hold on, dude, I gotta do the... I gotta do the Macarena. Amount of Mayak restored based on D20 plural can roll 3 times, but only one kept. Can identify any plant, mushroom, or crystal. Oh, my bad. So this is the same thing. Movement and special ability. Attacks receive double damage points per success. I'm able to lift impossibly heavy objects of victims or friends. So this is like, mom, and then you get like that mom strength, and you go over there and just lift up the car. Connection special ability can command attention of a room and hypnotize all the chosen within the area. Can pull souls who are fated for each other together by making... Oh, this is Cupid. Together by making the strings of fate solid. Must be within visual distance of all parties involved. Can use the love within an oath to expel stolen souls. I love oaths. The souls from a monster if the loved ones of the monster are near. Can also create oaths among people and gain +1 connection skill points for each successful oath ceremony. You marry people, you get a bonus. Has the ability to open portal to any place. What? Connections guy has the ability to open portals? Man. Has the ability to open a portal to any place they have been before, a place someone else thinks of, or any temple or deity. So I can be like, what? Can use portals to hit targets from a distance, steal targets, or any use. This guy's OP. I would be this guy right here. Knowledge special ability. Can access all the knowledge within Aia's library. This means any information about any reality. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Or time one might travel to you. You have the ability to retain knowledge from almost anything you see, as well as because it is written in a book in Aia's library. Okay. Can access any historical fact of any reality and time. This is historical data such as big events, governments, diseases, and culture. I got a question. Are the specialists gonna be like the people that you know start out being the player or the soul protector? Perhaps. Connection special ability. Can command the attention of a room and hypnotize all chosen. Yeah, because it seems like something like a mod or something, you know, would do. Because that's if I was gonna be playing this game and I had those special abilities, like I would be OP. You know what I'm saying? Like I am dope as fuck. Command the attention of a room and hypnotize all they choose within the area. You can only have one of those special powers, and you have to roll the corresponding ability check. Oh, so anybody can play this? Is this like at level 1? Hold on, let me go back to the key. Where was the key? Huh, I lost it. Alright. Can pull souls who are fated for each other together by making the strings of fate solid. So this guy and the other guy have the same ability, I guess. Must be within visual distance of all parties involved. Yeah, he does. Can I use the love? Can use it? Wait, I already read this guy, didn't I? Yep, knowledge. My bad. I went down. Alright. So the knowledge special ability can access any historical fact from any reality and time. This historical data such as big events, governments, diseases, and cultural religions information. So I'm just wondering, like, so you start out at level 1, but then you can have a special ability to do this at all, like at any given time. Soul resistance special ability can restore the souls of a monster or take back souls that monster. Oh, this guy's like, wah wah. The monsters have stolen. Aya's devotees also receive special key that gives them the ability to open portals to Aya's in any time that can be. They cannot follow through. Also, if you have like a failure, like save the party, open the portal. Oh, refresh again. There's the key. Is that the key? Okay, choose one. You must roll a successful check for choosing special ability to work. Okay. So we're gonna go all the way to the bottom. Yeah, still. Okay, so mind you, it's still in work, so this is not like the set in stone thing, so don't be like, man, nah, man. I want to play Soul Resistance. It might change, so stand fast. Being updated currently. Amai is a magic gifted by AI. This magic is special because it includes elements and celestial magics. Amai types. These are different types of magic that can be wielded, okay? Nature magic, elemental. Includes plants, growth, mushroom, summoning creatures. Ah, nice, dude. Rock, including minerals, metals, rock, dirt, making forms and structures. Air, including wind, grass, gases, breath, heat. Heat, including temperature, lighting, lava, fire, resistance to anything hot or cold. Water, including liquids of all kinds, ice, creature summoning, and communications, water breathing. Celestial, Kaipi, Kifi, Kifi, Kaifi, 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 Kaifi. Healing. So a Kaifi can heal wounded for... No, wait. So the Celestials is its own thing, but it doesn't have any description. Because healing is here, and I'm guessing healing is another description for the magic. So there's a celestial magic that's missing, or is this not supposed to be there? Can heal wounds for others and self-make medicines, as well as heal minds and souls. Physical transformation can change their body at will. Oh, they're shapeshifters, huh? That's pretty cool. Strings of Fate. Has the ability to see strings of fate connected to people if they choose, and they can use the ability. How do you roll to see if they can do the strings of fate? I want to see somebody play this in action so I can be like, ooh. Kroba. A shadow. Oh, I want to be a Kroba, dude. Darkness and light manipulation. Sleep can put others to sleep. Oh, my bad. Hold on. Is this all the attributes that a Celestial will have? Ah, okay. So then these are just like general elementals, right? So this is just a general elemental type IMI. Okay, cool. So the Kroba IMI. Shadow manipulation, darkness, sleep, can put others to sleep. Dreams can construct and enter into dreams of others. Oh yeah, that'd be fucking sick. Kefi? Okay, Kefi. Blood manipulation, can also use blood as substance to heal whenever consensual. Oh, this is a vampire. Souls can communicate with, understand the need of, and return souls. Illusions can create illusions of all kinds in the walking world. Crystals can use the properties of different types of crystals in a magical way. Focuses. A focus is how the persona mainly uses their AMI. Yep, those are celestial magics. Nice. Water heater. Nice. Using water and AMI. Water heaters can manipulate the liquid form, freezing temps, boiling water, and earth molder. More to come. Families. Here we go. Learning about families. Choose what you want. Your persona being inspired. You can choose 1 to 4 families. Haha, see? Woke, you were right. For inspiration, includes all environments. Any persona can have a variety of features such as horns, tails, claws. All creatures have fantastical ears. Important note, characters are fantastical, brilliant colors. As in, so think of like, whenever I read this, I thought of Avatar, the movie. Aya's in is full of color everywhere you look, so the personas Aya's helps you will also be brilliant. Families grant characters special abilities. Those during roleplay only. No check required. These benefits are inherent. Example, Wolf is inspired to hear for longer distances without needing to roll sensing check. Yeah, so like traits. Family traits, pretty cool. If a family character is inspired by more than one subfamily, then extra inspiration, use a 1d4. Or use 1 through 4. Okay, example of this is a tree. Moss and flower inspired character can only combo with one other type of family because they have 3 types of Klyzax inspirations. Klexus. Common combinations. Liquai. Liquayak. Ifaili. Shruimai. Klexus. Stiovan. Shriuma. Lexus, Decly, Infamil. So we have these 4. these three, and these two. Okay. Pronounce Lek Longiak. Lek Longiak. Modeled after crystals. Lek Longiak have skin as smooth as strong as the crystals they have modeled after. The crystals' inspiration is influenced by their soul and as a wish for their life. They can come in all shapes, colors, sizes, but most are found walking on two legs with tails and horns. This is like a tiefling. They are able to glow in the darkness and know the properties of all crystals they get near. If a character is modeled after more than one crystal type, then they use characteristics of those crystals to create one special ability. Ooh, nice. Ifaeli. Okay. Ifaeli are any being or creature with wings, tails, and scales. So dragons, dragonborns. They most often have dragon-like eyes and horns as well. They can look as similar to dragons or as human-esque as wanted. Cannot be human though, because there's no humans there. But most always have wings, tails, and scales. The dragons they are modeled after can form any culture and include wyverns and some gargoyles. Lekiak. Emayak. Modeled after the elements: nature, rock, heat, air, water, and shadow. So this is like Ganassi. Emayak can take any form they choose using their elements. Yep, this is definitely Ganassi. They are able to withstand most climates due to adaptation or adaptability. A says its name. A. Their special skills will be based on the types of elements they are inspired by. So, let me show you an example of what whenever I was reading that. I says its name. Let's see, what was I looking for? Fire Ganassi. Boom, images. This is a fire Ganassi. And then here we have water Ganassi. Boom, water. And we have air Ganassi. Boom, air. Long I means I says its name. We'll have to come back after this. And then we have just elemental Ganassi, which is the families of all four elements. Boom. Pretty sick. World of Aia. Go back. Yes. Shruima. Modeled after mushrooms. Oh yeah, I gotta show you this. They're called myconids in D&D. Mushroom people. To give you a little story, there's this little mushroom called Stool, which is this little guy right here. And he's like a staple. There's like a whole thing called Save Stool, because during the campaign, you meet this little mushroom kid, and he doesn't speak to you. He can only telepathically speak to you. There we go. There's the word. And he tells you, like, hey, help me out. I gotta get to my family. So people started this whole Save Stool thing. Let me show you. There's little stools. Oh, look at him. He's so handsome. Look at him with his little shirt. Oh. That's the original. That's what he really looks like. He looks just like that, like a little stone fungus. But yeah, it's like a really cute story, and it's like super sad what happens. But I'm not gonna tell you what happens because spoiler alert. Yeah. Save stools. Look at the little stools. Oh, I've never seen that one. I'm looking for its mother right now. Nope, don't see it. All right, let's continue. Shruima are modeled after mushrooms. They either grow mushrooms on their body or look like walking mushrooms. Nice, yeah, my comments. Many have their caps as hats or headwear while having more human-like faces. Their special abilities or special ability will be based on the type of mushrooms that inspired them. Example, a poisonous mushroom inspiration would grant the ability of toxic touch. You should see the mushrooms that Woke has. He's got like some dope mushrooms. In not like in real life, like in D&D, like his character, he's a mushroom dealer. It's pretty cool. Kaliks, oh man, this one's Kalaikas az Kalaikas Kalexis, yep. Modeled after plants. Okay, so this would be like oh my god, I can't think of the name. Kalexis can take any form they choose, but are always inspired by plants. Their special abilities dependent upon their specific inspiration. Rose inspired would have whips made of thorn. Oh, you know what? I just thought of like Bulbasaur. I just thought of like Pokemon. Cacti would have spikes and use them as projectiles. Nice. Grass, fern, moss, algae, flower, tree, vine, or brushes and shrubs include cacti inspired. Satyovan. So Styovan, yep. Styovan modeled after animals. Styovan can take any form the animal's inspiration takes. This means they can be a snake or a human-esque snake-inspired being. They can be a wolf, furry, or human. Can't be a human. Human-esque being with wolf ears and a tail. Their special skills is also based on the specific inspiration used. Wolves would have heightened senses and be able to eat raw meat. Shake inspired could have heat vision or have venomous bite. Snake, not shake. Arachnid. Oh, have you ever heard the you know who Lolth is? An arachnid queen of the Underdark. Let me show you Lolth. Spider Queen. So sick. She's by far my most favorite. She's a deity in D&D, so she's by far one of my top favorite D&D characters or deities. The other one is I'm actually writing a series as well. I'm working on a book that's based on one of my campaigns from a long time ago. But her name is Leviatar. Queen of Pain. Yeah, she's the goddess of pain and or the maiden of pain, sorry. And she is a badass. I would not fuck with this woman. Like, look at her in this way. She looks fucking sick. Yeah, she has a little whip. Yeah, but like, he is one bad bee. All right, let's continue. Insect, reptile, mammal, and amphibian, birds, fish, inspired. Yeah, all those. I can show you hundreds. Oh, my favorite part, companions. Alright, companions are granted to personas at the end. To get a companion, you must be matched and complete an oath to bind you together. Companion bonds are similar to familiars. Oh, Woke. I want to show you Woke's little companion. Let me see. Blah. That's me spacing out. Where's this little guy? The Awakened Cat. Yeah. This guy. Oh, it's so small. Ugh. But that's little Wox's cat. Yep. Companions are granted to personas. Yep, companions are bonds similar to familiars. Service animals and fur babies, not pets. These creatures can be sentient like animals on Earth 1313, or they can be sentient and linguistic. It can range from as small as a ladybug to as big as a dragon. Ooh, you can have a dragon as a companion. You gotta level up in my game to be able to have a dragon as a companion. And actually, you can't have a dragon as a companion because dragons are sentient, intelligent creatures and would probably kill you if you try to make one your familiar. They do not have any human features unless miniaturized. A persona can have 3 companions total. Okay. So you add 13 to the abilities of choice for each companion as their support bonus. This is not added to persona. Okay, so this is only to your companion. When persona rolls or checks, companion ability can be a bonus if actions are combined through roleplay. So you and your companion go through a thing, but you cannot add the 13 to yourself. You have to add it to your persona's, I guess, turn of action. Oh, example. Persona and companion combine their AMI to create a river. Oh, yeah. AMI ability to D20 plus 13 bonus gets final number to compare against the challenge. Okay. Bonus can only be used 3 times per 1 world day. So 3 times per day. That's pretty cool. Souls are allowed to bring their familiars, service animals, and fur babies to the inn and create the companion persona to join in our quest. Okay. Companions can also be bonded through an oath when on a quest. You can find a random companion out there, and the creature or being can become a companion when connection check succeeds when attempting to bond. This definitely reminds me of Avatar when they're up there and you're like, you just got to feel it. You've got to touch the uli appendages together. Keeper of Oaths must perform the ceremony to make it official and use bonuses rolls. Nice. Alright, let's take this is what I'm excited about, is the visuals. We start your stay outside the login. Wait. We start your stay outside the login. It's called the login. We venture past the rainbow waterfall to the entrance. Go through the stained glass doors. Oh, let me turn this music down. Whoa. Go through the stained glass doors into the sitting room. A rainbow waterfall and streams are flowing in front of you. Follow the flow of water around the corner to find the front desk where Aya and Ithala greet you. It will read your cards to find your preferred room and take requests for the design. Then you are given your key made from materials specific to you. Now you are free to roam. Okay. To the left of the desk is a waterfall portal where guests can travel to the library or the aquarium walkway. To the right of the desk is a cafe, bakery, which leads you to the Ristriate, the hot springs, and apothecary. If you take glass, elevator, or stairs down, you will find the greenhouses, where a large stage for events sits in the center. There are multiple levels to the greenhouses, each with a different climate for growing. Nice. If you head back to the entrance and down a hallway filled with drawings of Dacian and inn staff, you will find the restaurant and bar. The boats, colorful foods, and cross realities a safe place. So if I was gonna take this, the inn is literally like the lobby, like the in-world lobby, pretty much. If you're curious for more otherworldly items, head back to the front of the inn and past the waterfall. You will see a forest path lit by glowing mushrooms. As you walk, the mushrooms begin to grow larger and larger until they're bigger than the trees. Some are even as large as 13-story buildings. Dang! This is the Mushroom Forest Market. It houses many residents, all artisans and experts in their own paths. You can trade work or Stardust for specialty items. I knew Stardust was... Look at that. You see that? Once you are... But here's the thing. Okay, no, it's cool. Once you are satisfied and ready to head into your room, all you need to do is pull out your key, okay? Your door will appear and open when you say, I am home. So it's a portal. Look at that. Look at these. Ooh. These are neato. Can I pop them out? Oh, you can't. Look at that. Look at that. Would you just look at it? Would you just look at it? Okay, let's go back up and we shall continue. Quests. Long ago, when Dacian first came into existence, they created time and life. As they came into being, the Azate wove together one otai, which they lovingly named Aia. Dacian began their lives by making the mortal lives of the creations. Side by side, they grew according to the support needs and desires of those in creation. Life was peaceful, joyous, and ever-growing until the sudden restart of time. Oh, dude, a wipe! There was a wipe! 13,000 years ago, a great tragedy occurred. You know, it's kind of like... Okay, I'm not even going to go there. Oh, trying to fix this, you make them bigger? Alright, no worries. I mean, I can still enjoy them when they're little. A great tragedy occurred, causing time and life to begin again. So this 13,000 wipe is kind of like funny because Woke and I are into anthropology and yeah, Göbekli Tepe. Anyway, when Dashin brought themselves into existence again, Saizai was missing and Vishay was cursed to an endless cycle of mortality. Devastated yet thankful life could begin again, Dacian worked in harmony to create a new universe. As they did, two mysterious celestial babies brought themselves into existence. You know what's funny is in D&D we have mysterious celestial babies as well. We have the Queen of Light and Dark. Queens of Light and Darkness. Not those. D&D. Where are they at? Where are they at? I'm trying to look for a good picture. Huh. Well, it kind of looks like that. No worries. Alright. Dotale, so named for their hearts of justice and truth, have no souls. They have no souls and are unable... Do you have that twice? Have no souls. They have no souls and are unable to grow past toddlers, but their hearts, minds, and bodies are synced. They will never turn into monsters. So they're never-ending babies. Reminds me of the never-ending story. Okay. So we already went through this. Quest for Sana. So this is like the actual quest, huh? Oh, it's a planet. Captain Planet. He's our hero. Parents protecting Aia and allying the purpose is extremely important. If this year's Zepta celebration is disrupted, the amount of births will be drastically decreased, and all of the families and children will be at risk. Soul protectors are needed to travel to Lakuo to protect families and communities to stop any nefarious plots. The Golden Deity and its prophets subdue and restore any monsters Ayak, and they also need people to host and feed all families coming from across the solar system. Following along our official game masters to enjoy the story to create your own. Ooh, okay. Look at that. Zepta. Whoa. Alright, so let's pick one. Part of the Lakes. Very cool. Beaches. The desert. And the... You know what would be cool if you could put like Persona references as well, since I know you have like world building examples and stuff here. But like when you're doing character creation, the previous page has the world building. You haven't. Yeah, this one right here. Or is it past? Which one is it? Well, it's all these, huh? Ah, okay, cool. 1300 years after the restart, another deity appeared. This deity did not seek out Deshin as the twins did. Instead, it disgraced Ithala and Otai. It sits upon a throne and seeks to control the Aikai. It steals and consumes souls using forms called puppets. It calls puppets. Okay. The golden deity made the Otai of Ithala its first conquest. Dashin and Seize's eternal Deshi Knights acted as quickly as they could to rescue Ithala Ayak. Some escaped to other planets, taken with open arms, their needs met and cultures honored. Others followed Seize's 13 eternal Dacian Knights to live in cities under the ice and water. As time passed, the defense against the Golden Deity was overwhelmed. Dacians' authentic love and truth, their core values, made the Golden Deity's tricks and cruelty a shock and created openings to take over the 12 out of the 13 Okatai upon Ithala the Otai? 12 of the 13 Ikotai upon Ithala the Otai. Only one lone island remains free. Puppet attacks daily, but Ithala and their children keep them out. So pretty much the whole entire thing. So you ever seen Sword Art Online? Right here, yep. Ayak. Yep. So Ayak is nature driven, sentient. So living beings are creatures and have 3 levels of consciousness. Levels of consciousness, huh? Nature driven. Nuic. Sentient. Like. Long I. Like. Okay. Sentient and linguistic. Pronounce hard. Shock. Yeah, so the 13. So when you say that, like, it reminds me of like Sword Art, when you gotta, go up the tower and beat the 13 levels. I think that's on when they're in the ferry. And they're in the ferry, what was it called? God, what was the ferry place called? Alright, anyway. Nature that does not have souls, similar to plants, fungi, and plankton. Nyack. Dacianites. Dacian long it eyes. Dacianites. Dacianites? Any Nyack devoted to one of the 13 Dacian deities are given special abilities. Cool. Eternal Dacianites. Those that cared for and worked equally with Dacian deities in the first timeline. They have eternal hearts and memories. They were reborn when the timer started and have taught and helped name their Dacian. Eotai. Ecotai. A climate region on Otai. Each has own celestial deity that creates themselves according to the region's needs and balance. Yep, they have the battle tower. Yep. Let's see. Innkeepers. Ooh. So they don't have like forms, right? So this is like all celestial. So this is what a celestial would look like, because it's like a humanoid, but it doesn't have a form, right? Aia, the creator of the worlds of Aia, or Aia is the creator of the worlds of Aia and Aia's Inn, both mythologically and literally. This is you, hey! This world was created when they were just a kid and has grown, changed, shifted, and weaved into what it's become today. Aia is choosing to stay behind the scenes due to deep dislike of being perceived. Aia is in the early 30s and just this is your oh, well, let's take this serious, because this is about you. All right. Aia is the creator of the world of Aia and Aia's Inn, both mythologically and literally. This world was created when they were just a kid and has grown, changed, shifted, and weaved in its way into becoming what it is today. Aia is choosing to stay behind the scenes due to a deep dislike of being perceived. Aia is in their early 30s and just discovered their neurodivergence, disabilities, queerness, and transness. They identify as non-binary / gender, non-conforming, and asexual, and romantic. They choose to not divulge their neurodivergence and disability at this time. Okay? Aia loves 2 dogs and a cat. They are nanny and assistant as well as a delivery and kiddo driver. They adore music, art, reading, stuffed animals, soft blankets, tea, the rain, the mountains and snow, anime, and almost anything sci-fi or fantasy related. Nice. Big old awesomeness. Aya enjoys everything from epic fantasy shows and movies to anime and foreign dramas of all kinds. Well, hopefully you can come by and watch our stream. We're going to be streaming next Friday. They are currently working on a few different books/stories using characters and places within the worlds of Aya. One includes Dashin's reality, while the others are alternate realities. The goal is to make these novels spicy but without human parts. Oh, I see. Aha, spicy. All right. None of this would be possible without my best friend and the amazing game master and creators who have given me feedback and helped me to learn about TTRPGs. Nice. I am so thankful for all, especially Neo, Jay, and Jackie, for your helpful guidance. You know what's crazy is my son's name is Neo. For helpful guidance and honest feedback. Thank you. That's very informative. Oh, okay. Jamie coming soon. Dre coming soon. Ansel, hell. Or is that Hallie? Halle Berry! Well, you know what? I did it anyway. And then from you. Oh, no. Denied. Oh, no, it's there. I don't know what happened. Dashin's genders. Why did I choose I? Alright, let's go with Dashin's genders first. If you ever hear me misgender my own characters, please know it's because they've had so many versions and I've lived inside my head in all those versions since childhood. Dude, it's crazy how whenever you're a game master and you're coming up with like stories, I do that all the time. I misgender my characters. Like I'll be playing a girl and then I'm like doing like some ogre type voice for them. It happens. It just happens. The characters are genderless and all had forms in all genders before, so sometimes I will slip up remembering a past version while speaking. Just because I do it doesn't give anyone else the right to. Respect them as they are now without gender, okay? Aya plus another why did I choose Aya? Okay. Why did I choose Aya? I wanted a pseudonym that matched with the imaginary world I was creating, so I decided to use the word I created as a spark of life. Yeah, because Aya is like, yep, the beginning of time and the source of life and love above. Very, very spiritual there, by the way. My pseudonym is now Aya. Well, nice to meet you, Aya. That's pretty much it. So I wish we could have like a what in the world's going on with the internet? I wish we could have like a battle map. I mean, I know I remember seeing the IS quest. I remember seeing the maps here, but like, so for example, I'm gonna show you my stream here. Let me go back over here. Let's see. Okay. In the meantime, I'm going to show you my battle map here. So, this is like the standard array for D&D. We use the 5x5 grids, right? 5x5 meaning 5 feet by 5 feet. And I wish we could see something like that out of your world so we could put it together and like tie in the lore and everything. Just waiting. Just waiting. Waiting for the map to show. In the meantime, I'm going to be painting this Dragonborn. I'm going to be either painting that or... So we're using this Dragonborn recently. We've been using this guy. This is Vorath. And Vorath, he is a Dragonborn Paladin. He hits hard. And this is actually belongs to a friend of mine who's like, I have these minis. I want you to play with them. So I'm like, okay. So I want to paint these guys. I also have... So I'm going to show you the characters. I'm going to show you everybody, by the way. This is Jason Bourne. Otherwise known as Woke. Jason is a... he is a rogue. He plays a stealthy type character. It's pretty cool. He's a psionic rogue, though. He has, like, psychic damage. He's a pretty OP character. His race is a tiefling, so he's like, his descent is from demons, but he's not a demon. Like, it's just what happens when demons breed and enter species. They create tieflings. And then we have this monk, which this is definitely not a monk. This is more like a cleric or a paladin, but he is a monk rogue. I still haven't found a character that's like small enough to play him, but that's what we decided. Just because his race is a Goliath, so I figured, hey, the big guy gets the big stuff. Then we have, this is Thaladin. Thaladin is our resident dwarf. He is pretty freaking awesome. Thaladin's already been pre-painted. Or not, I didn't pre-paint him. I painted him from a previous campaign, and I just used him in this campaign. Some good stuff. Then we have Luna. Luna is our NPC. She is a Netherese wizard or a sorceress. She's dope. She's a fun time. I voiced her too, so it's really hard. No worries. Let me, I was just showing my, my characters to the viewers. Who else do we have? I'm about to finish. I only have one more. Then we have this guy, who's our other dwarf. And that's the party right there. I'm missing one. This is our Fire Genasi, our Fire Elemental. He's a pretty cool character. All right, let me click on the link, and then we'll go ahead out and look at your battle map. Oh, it's on roll, huh? I gotta create an account. Can you take screenshots? Awesome. And then I have this guy who I can't wait to paint. This is a gift from Woke for my birthday. He gifted it at me, this freaking amazing dragon reading lore. And he is Leviathan. This is my character. I might make him a bad guy one day and have him fight the party, but you know, He's freaking sick. I just love him so much. Thanks, Woke. But I want to paint him. I just don't know the scheme. I was watching a previous stream earlier today, and they had a sick black and red, old dragon, and I'm like, oh man, I want to do that so bad. This thing's hefty too. This thing's massive. But I gotta finish all these guys first. So these three are the only ones that are finished. This guy is started but not completed. Then, oh my bad. This guy's also completed. Then these three are like my main guys that I gotta paint still, and I want to get started. But I don't know. I don't even know the scheme. Like I asked for suggestions and they won't give me anything. So I'm like, all right, well then, what am I supposed to do? Yeah, so we play here. This is setting in 5e. The current campaign right now, they are having a freaking awesome time. They just currently bought a distillery and they're trying to get it up and running. So they've been doing a lot of side questing. But the main story is they have to transport Luna. They have to take her home. Luna was sold into slavery by bad people, and then these guys rescued her. And I got your link. I'm about to open it up right now. They sold her into slavery. Oh, cool. Let's take a look at this real quick, and then we'll continue with the backstory. All right, so let's see. So there's no grid. So I'm guessing you're gonna put a grid on there, or is it just gonna be open like this? I mean, it's not necessary. It just helps the players who have movement types. And actually, I don't even think you have movement types because I didn't see any movement type on your description. So let's see. Let's look at this one. Ooh, that's nice. Yeah, see, that's freaking dope. So that's ISN right there, huh? Yeah, that is so sick. It goes up to the this goes up to the mushrooms, right? Okay. No movement type, only movement checks. Okay. So this is the mushroom forest, and this is the inn. So this is where all the shopkeepers are at. This is where all the tradesmen are at. If you want to go buy some loot, this is it. Oh, we have another one. Let's look at this. Ooh, look at that. There's fire. So this is like what, the event? The this Ristraete. How do you say that? Healing springs and waterfalls. Oh, okay, cool. Healing springs and waterfalls. You just come in here and hang out. Pretty sick. I love the colors really pop out. If you hand painted these, or if you drew these are freaking awesome. Or whoever you got to do these are dope. I like the inn. The inn really makes it a good time for me. I could have. So I also have an inn in my book. Oh, nice. In my inn, so my inn is stuck between planes. It doesn't have a physical location. It's all interplanar, and it just randomly pops up, and you can just find yourself inside the inn randomly. It just happens. And so this oh, okay, cool. See, that's awesome. Great minds think alike. Yeah, so this inn popped up for remember that I told you about Leviatar? That's one of my favorite deities. Leviatar is running away from her husband, who wants to kill her because her spawn is going to be the next ruler of hell. And the guy doesn't want to let go of being a king, so he's like, fuck that, I'm going to kill the kid and you're going to die too. And she's like, fuck you, I'm going to run away and you can't catch me. So she's like doodles, and so she finds a guy to like, because she's never left. She's never left the castle, so because she's a freaking deity, she doesn't have to do shit, right? Um, and so like they snuck her out of the castle and like made her go through the fucking hell, and she's literally going through hell in a it's called a nightmare, which is a undead horse, which is freaking crazy. Let me show you what it looks like. Nightmare. Um, yeah, freaking nightmare. So she's on top of this nightmare, and she's like traveling, and her companion's like, "We gotta stop. We're not gonna make it. The baby's coming," because she's like about to give birth, and so they're like stumbling along, and then they run into this cavern, and it has endless rooms, everything that you can think of, like all the food in the world, like random people who are in need, like it just pops up, and then that's where she ended up. And then she got to stay. There's like no time doesn't exist either in this location, so like time, as soon as she went in, time stops, and she spent however long she needed inside of there, and it only counted like maybe a second. So she popped back out and then continued on to her journey. Freaking dope. She did end up having the baby, so it was a good time. She ended up dying though. Spoiler. Yeah, so the so she's like traversing through this. This is the she's got to go through all that. And then she's looking for the river Styx, which if you don't know anything about D&D, the river Styx is like the river of the dead. You ever watch Hercules? Like when Hercules' girlfriend dies and she goes into the river, that's the river Styx. So she's got to find the river Styx because there's a plane jumper, just like in your module. There's a plane jumper that's gonna save the baby. And so, as she's getting there, she gets attacked by these hellhounds, which are crazy. Yeah, she gets attacked with these hellhounds. Look at that. Nah, it's like these freaking crazy beasts, and the actual ones, like, they look freaking mean. Yeah, they're nothing more for like fucking devourers, and they just kill. That's what they do. They just freaking eat and devour. And so she's about to give birth, and she's in the middle of this fight between these hellhounds and her companion, which is a lesser daemon. Her name is Garuda. She's like a little daemon. It's not a demon. It's a daemon, which is like a lesser demon, but it's funny. I mean, that's like the typical stuff, but like I'm trying to look for like something funny. She kind of looks like an orc, pretty much, something like this, but without wings and like not so badass. But anyway, so Garuda sacrifices herself, grabs the hellhounds, goes into the river Styx, and she's like, you know, have the baby. And then when she gets there, she gives the ferryman comes up, and he's like, you need a soul coin to cross the river. She doesn't have a soul coin, and the guy's like, well, you need a soul to cross the river, because soul coins contain souls. So like if you ever have a soul coin, you'll have somebody's soul inside the coin. And yeah, there's the daemons. These are all daemons. And so what happens is that she sacrifices herself so her son can live. And she tells the ferryman, please save my child. And then the ferryman agrees, takes her soul, and then carries the baby across the water and gives it to the plane jumper. And then that's the beginning of his story. So one day I'm gonna finish it. It's called Kaim Overmar and the Cult of Pain. Kaim and the Cult of Pain. Gonna be freaking sick. If anybody's interested, let me know. I need a proofreader. I need an editor. So, let me know. But it's not finished yet. Incarnate. Let's see what that is. Incarnate map maker. Creator fantasy. Oh, look at that, huh? Oh, this is sick. Oh, I think I've used this before. Yeah. Look at that. Yeah, I created a an island with this one time on the free. There's a free version or whatever, or that was like free for a little bit. And ooh, look at that. These are nice. These are really high. Oh my god, look at this. Super high quality. Ooh, that's sick. Look at the farmland. Just the other day, there was I had two characters fighting right here in some farmland, and then the party came up and they're like, "What's going on?" And then they ended up going into a cursed cavern. It was funny. Look at that little dragon in there. I love this. This kind of art right here. It's really nice. Well, I guess I'm not gonna be painting any minis tonight. I'm gonna have to do it tomorrow. All right, so I'm gonna tell you what I think. From a dungeon master's perspective, I'll tell you exactly what I think, okay? And I'm not trying to be like mean or like overly critical. I just think I'm just gonna give you my first impression, right? And then you take it as you want. You don't even have to listen to me. I'm just giving you what I feel. I feel like this world has huge potential. The mechanics are a little wonky in my eyes because I've been used to 5e, but it doesn't mean that the mechanics don't work. That's just because I'm so used to being one way, and for me to like try to interpret it and put it in my perspective, it's kind of hard for me to understand. And that's nothing to do with you. Anybody coming in can take the rules and then like, you know, practice and, you know, get to learn the game. Second, I think that there's like a lot of restrictions in the world because of the lore that you're having because of Aia and the way that the world is trying to be I guess molded at the time. But I feel like if the as you're learning and as you guys are playing and you're play testing, I feel like you're gonna make changes. Obviously. Oh, the lore is a module. The game is separate from it. Okay, all right. Well, then I'd like to see the game. But I feel like it's gonna be a very interesting thing to watch. I really wish like there was a lot more visuals, especially like when we talked about like character creation when you're doing your persona. I feel like it'd be really cool if you could have like a generator and like have like put your 4 families together and this is what you get. I really take all this lore and I think I can like one day use it and make Aya a deity in my campaign and then just like add some of this stuff and then just bring her in as a special guest. I think I will create stats for her and then I'm gonna send her to you and then you tell me what you think. The inn is super dope. This idea of having the inn like a social gathering, I think is super awesome because having a centralized, you know, just like in Sword Art Online, where they all met at that first level place and then they all got together and understood the game. I think it's really cool. I don't know if you're gonna have like different mods and stuff like that, or if it's just gonna be one person. The inn is the game and the rest of the world or the story lore is I'm writing. Okay. So you start from the inn, and then you go out, do your missions and stuff, and then you come back to the inn. Well, no, not mods. Like, uh, what was I thinking? When I was thinking of like those OP, classes. And when I said mods, I meant like bad guys, baddies. God, I don't know what. I just lost my train of thought though because I read mods, and I didn't mean to say mods. I'm just losing it. What was I saying? Dang it! See, now I just lost track of what I was saying. Anyway, the end. Yeah, so the end. I feel like it's gonna be a cool place to understand. And then I'm guessing like every time you go and travel to a location, soul thieves. Thank you, the soul thieves. So I feel like if you're gonna have soul thieves, I don't know what they're gonna look like. I want to see what. Do you have any? Like, can I see one? Do you have one? But yeah, so I'll continue, and then I'll wait for your message. Anyway, so in a my players would definitely come in there. They would come in there and derail your campaign, the module that you have, just because the type of play that they do doesn't really fit your narrative, and I don't think my guys would do any good. They would probably just hurt whatever you have going on in here because my players, I mean it's just like, you know, it's not that they're being abusive or, you know, transphobic or anything like that. It's just in D&D lore, and it's not even about transphobia because there is no sex in D&D. You don't have, you know, anything is open. Like, you can have a relationship with whoever you want. It doesn't matter. So oppression does exist, but it's not what people think, and that's the whole problem, is that they put real world problems into a fantasy world, and I think it really dilutes how big and how awesome D&D can be, because it's super open. Like, anything can happen. It just depends on the person that's running the show. So that's what I'm saying. If my players went in there and they were like, "Hey, can we do this and can we do this?" and a lot of the stuff is not allowed. And I'm not saying just, you know, the hate. They don't want to go in there and hate, but like, they would definitely derail the campaign because they would start attacking everything. They would just go in because, to be completely honest, they're like murder hobos. To give you an example, the other night we played, and they met a dwarf fighting an orc. Now, dwarves and orcs, I don't know if you've ever watched Lord of the Rings. Let me see. Oh, baby's crying. Hold on. Okay, back to what I was saying. It's not because they're purposely being mean. It's just the lore of it. For hundreds of years, dwarves and orcs have fought tooth and hand. You know, like, everything that can go wrong with dwarves and orcs, they just have so much hate for each other. But that doesn't mean that it's, you know, like, personal hate towards the players, because I can have an orc and I can have a dwarf in my same campaign, and they'll like be distant to each other, but at the end of the game, it's just a game. So it's not like they're actually hating each other. What's going on, kiddo? Hold on. And then when it comes to like relationships and romance, D&D has a whole entire like 110 books on how, characters are made, how romance is played, how relationships work. And there is nothing in the rules that say, a guy can't be with a guy, or a girl can't be with a girl, or a non-binary can't be with a non-binary. The examples that I'm saying is elementals are non-binary. Elementals don't have sex. Elementals procreate by nature and by magic. Celestials, they don't have a sex. Celestials are created. They are not, they're not made by having another celestial, have intimate relations with another celestial. No, there's a higher celestial that creates the rest of the celestials, and they just randomly take gender. And it's not even about a gender, because the celestials don't have sex. They just look either more feminine or more masculine depending on the role. So it's so wide, and a lot of people get hate because the people that end up playing D&D, they think so minimal, and they always put real world issues and problems into D&D. So I've watched a lot of campaigns and stuff like that, to where like, and I've actually been part. So those are separate things. There is sex, gender, and orientation. They are all completely separate from each other. So example, give me an example. When I say real world stuff, I'm saying like transphobia, gay hate, or like fucking rape. Like I've been to games to where like that's a thing, and it's really uncomfortable for people. And that's why I'm saying like that some people put, bad juju on D&D for that stuff, because it's like, yes, you can do whatever you want in D&D. It's just, it all depends on the game that you go to. We had I don't know if you ever heard of a text by post or a play by post. We had a world where it was awesome, and as long as you rolled high enough, you can do whatever you wanted. And then people came in there, and because the rules weren't set, they ended up derailing the whole entire campaign, and it just made everything uncomfortable for everybody. We tried to say, hey, like, that's not allowed, and they're like, well, you didn't set it in the rules. But it's like, dude, come on, like, just play nice. Just be a good human being and just play nice. Sex? No, I'm talking about in the game though. Sex is your chromosomes, gender is your identity, and orientation is your attraction. Attraction is also split into romantic, so two different things. But I'm talking about in the game. So like, you don't have to be the same. You don't have to have the same race in order to be attracted to a race. You know what I'm saying? So like, I've had a relationship between a tabaxi, which looks like this. I'll show you what a tabaxi is. A cat person. Pretty cool. And to be specific, the type of tabaxi that they were called Lionels. Oh, Lionel Messi. Yeah. So it was a Lionel, right? And they ended up falling in love with a human. And people in the campaign were upset because it's like that's not right. And I'm like, why is that not right? Like, oh, that's crossbreeding between animals and humans. And I'm like, it's a game, dude. Relax. It's not real. Like, if they want to have a relationship in the game, they can have a relationship in the game. There's not a big deal. Well, some people found that to be zoophilic, and they were like, none of that. Right, that's what I'm saying. It's a fantasy world. So we couldn't have relationships between animalistic races and humanoid races for a while, because it was triggering to some people. But I was like, it's not like, pedophilic. It's not like you're doing illegal, things. It's just that's the type of race in D&D that happens to be, and they weren't all about it. But yeah, so that's what I was saying. So I mean, I don't know. I think it's gonna be a good time. I feel like I want to watch somebody else play so I can see it from a DM's perspective on how it actually operates and how the functions work. So that way I can be like, okay, so this is like specific to this, or like I can start making ideas in my head of how it works. If you ever get a playtest and you like stream it or record it, let me know so I can watch and I can start like putting it together in my head on how the lore and the personas. Nice official DMs. I'm excited for that because I like it. The lore alone to me is freaking amazing. I like lore, and then the ability to have uh, multiple planets and galaxies and planes and stuff like that. That stuff is awesome. So my campaign right now, um, the lore of my campaign comes from the creators of the humanoid races, the Netherese. They were a long lost, forgotten race, and they are said to be the pinnacle of civilization. They're the first race to end up in Faerun, and they were magic people. They were able to produce magic at will. They didn't have like have to go to school like everybody else did in D&D to become a wizard or a sorceress or something like that. They were just innate magic casters. They could just do it at will without as a kid you can just spark flames out of your hands. It was cool. Um, but then people who like diluted the race, they started to be upset because they couldn't do what they were, and they saw that they were like a certain few, so they isolated them, captured them, and then made them into slaves. And then that's what my campaign's at. They're trying to get rid of that, and it's not because we're trying to be mean or anything like that, or like it's just that's the way it works in D&D. Um, it's obviously slavery is not right, and everybody knows that. But in the game, in D&D, there is slavery, and it all depends if your guy wants to be a slaver or not. Then he can. I don't condone it. But if he wants to be it, then he can. And then look, see, this is Lionel human. This is a crossbreed between a Lionel and a human. It was a good time, and that campaign was awesome. But it just got out of hand because people got really into it. I guess got too realistic. That's what it was. It got really too realistic. People just not. They just stopped playing. Yeah, and I feel that. That's why I'm saying, like, in my perspective, and the only thing that I've really known is D&D. Um, that's why I gave it from my perspective of only knowing a certain way. So that's why I want to say I want to watch it. I want to experience it from third person, so I can be like, okay, that's how it works, and then finally decide on how I feel. Because right now, I mean, it looks awesome. The colors, the art, and everything, it looks freaking dope. So I'm excited to see what happens with your game, and I hope that it grows and it becomes a module hardback in somebody's living room. It'd be sick. Like, give you an example is I bought a book. This is a book by another small time creator that ended up. Let me switch scenes. Yeah, so this is the end of the world zombie apocalypse, and in this game, you use your everyday abilities that you have right now. You are your character, so you give yourself realistic stats, and you're like, how do I rate myself? So like you really got to dig deep and think about what your character would be like on paper if you were to play a character, and it's really fun because you get to learn a little bit about yourself and how you really feel about yourself, and then um, the module itself. It's set in every day. You start at your house, and the weapons that you have. Obviously, you already know it's a zombie apocalypse game, so You start at your house, and the weapons that you end up playing with are objects around your living room where you start. It's pretty fun. 18 across the board. Yeah, minor illusion. I'd probably be like, nah, fam, let's be real. Oh man, just dropped that. Anyway, let's go back to the transition. But yeah, man. You too. Have a great night. Thanks for letting me experience your module. It's pretty, your content as well. It's pretty awesome. I hope that it picks up. And then I think I'm gonna end up ending the stream. I'm kind of hungry, so I'm gonna go eat, and I'm probably gonna head to bed. I was gonna paint, but no, I'm not kind of feeling it. But all right, if you're still sticking around at this point, thank you. And oh, I hope I can watch the stream soon, because that'd be super sick if I could watch it. You let me know right away when you start streaming, all right? Peace out, minor illusion. Have a great night. And I'll talk to you guys later.